The following is a special presentation produced by WBBZ-TV in partnership with the Erie County Fair, supported by the fair and their sponsors. It's time for Fair Day Live. Everything you need to know about the Erie County Fair, with interesting people, places, and events at the Hamburg Fairgrounds. With that and more surprises, here is Liz Mantell.
Happy Thursday and welcome to Fair Day Live. I'm your host, Liz Mantell. Let's get right to it. Here's what's going on today at the fair. We have Channel 4 Day. That means admission is just $5 all day long. And the iHub STEM Career Day. That means complete the STEM Day challenge for a chance to win an iPad. That's right, an iPad. That happens today from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That is in the iHub tent. The Pie Baking Championship judging, that happens noon in the Erie County Fair Cook's Kitchen and Shop. That's where we are right now. And then the heavyweight horse pool happens at 5 p.m. in the Horse Show Arena. And the free concert tonight, Diamond Rio, 8 p.m. in the Gusto Grandstand. You're definitely going to want to catch that show. So much entertainment this year at the fair, and if you're bringing your kids out, this is a show that you are not going to want to miss. It happens at the Tops Avenue of Flag Stage, and it's Twinkle time. And to tell us about the show, Twinkle herself, welcome to the Erie County Fair.
Thank you so much for having us. This is our first year here.
Your first year?
First year.
Now, where are you from?
Los Angeles, California.
So you made the cross-country journey to come to the
did.
Erie County Fair.
We did.
From just the looks of you, I feel like it's going to be a very bright show.
Oh, it is Technicolor world. It's super high energy. It's hip hop, it's pop, it's rock, live singing, high energy dancing. It's the jam.
Oh, the jam.
Jam.
And it's geared towards kids, right?
Yes, kids of all ages. All the songs are original songs written by me, but teaching like positive messaging and inspirational lyrics within the pop, rock, hip hop vibe. Yes.
For kids of all ages,
Yes.
including those kids
at heart.
So
Yes.
really, we're hitting everybody. So how did you get into this?
Oh my goodness. So prior to doing Twinkle Time, I used to be signed to Disney Hollywood Records. I was a lead singer of a girl band called Nobody's Angel. We opened up for Britney and Backstreet and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. And then after that, I decided I wanted to work with kids and do something that kind of encompasses everything that I do, which is singing, dancing, acting, and like just like the whole, fabulosity of the stage show.
I love it. Made up words are great. So when you're performing with kids, I mean, especially at this age, they're very impressionable. So
Yeah.
I imagine, especially working with Disney, I mean, you understand. What kind of messages are you sharing with the kids?
All kinds. So most importantly, accepting oneself, that we all come in different shapes and sizes, and we're all totally unique within ourselves, to dream big and to reach for the stars, and just to spread peace, love, and happiness all over the world.
I love it. So how much are you on the road?
Oh my God, okay, so we've been going straight since July 31st.
Really?
No days off. We're on a 20-day tour, so every day singing, every day craziness. But then we'll have a little break. We'll be back in LA, and then we're gonna go to Washington, and then we'll be back in Massachusetts. We'll be in New York City for the holidays, so it's gonna be crazy. Like we probably do over 250 shows a year.
Wow.
Or more. Like we've so far in this run, we've done, at the end of the run, it'll be 57 concerts.
Wow.
That's a lot of singing.
That's a lot of singing. So you said that you write your own music.
Yes.
When you were writing music, where do you draw your inspiration from?
I think a lot of it I used to teach kids.
Oh, wow.
And so that was kind of like my inspiration, but also, stuff that I, maybe dealt with as a little kid, or what my nieces and nephew deal with as kids. So I kind of incorporate that into my messaging. I've worked with some amazing people co-writing. James Dallas, who used to also be an artist on Hollywood Records. Matthew Gerard, who's like a Grammy, Emmy nominated artist himself. So yeah, it's been really awesome.
Do you do your own choreography too?
I have choreographed some, but I also work with Keely. She's from the Beat Freaks. She's done some stuff. I've worked with, Tracy Friedman. She's done a couple of her choreography. Matthew Schaefer, who's done so many things for Netflix and stuff. So it's been pretty cool.
When you put together a show, how long does it take you to, is everything rehearsed, or do you have fan interaction? Do you make things up as you go?
Our live show?
If you're feeling it?
Okay, so our live show doesn't have a set list. So we know over 20-something songs, and it all just depends on the audience and who's in the audience. It could be little kids, big kids, and that's kind of what we do.
You're just kind of feeling it.
Just feeling it.
All right, well, I want you to feel our crowd out right now. If you could do us the honor, give us a little bit of a taste of what we can get.
You got it.
Really quick before you take us out. What time are your shows?
1, 5, and 8 at the Avenue of Flag stage.
All right, Twinkle time, everyone. Take us out.
Awesome.
A little smile, a friendly hello. Those little gestures go a long way, you know. My Grammy said once, be nice and break the ice. Put it to the test and forget all the rest. Laughing, skipping, joking around. We're like two peas in a pod, yeah, yeah. And when I hear that you're getting bad news, I always cheer you up like good friends do. I lend an ear, extend my hand. Some might say we're like bookends. I hold you up, whoa, so you don't fall. Always gonna be there every time, 'cause we're just best friends.
Fair Day Live continues after this.
Lakeshore Savings has been there for generations of Western New Yorkers. So it's our goal to make sure each new generation has the financial tools they need to thrive. From making your first deposit to financing your first business, we'll guide you with the right support. We know that achieving your financial goals requires personal attention, which is why we'll always put your needs first.
Open a new LS Plus checking account and enjoy great rewards with Bazing, free for 12 months.
And as new generations are born, Lakeshore Savings will be here to greet them.
Every last detail considered, improved. One stitch, one load, one breakthrough at a time. Everything that matters, made better. You know them by their work. They know us by ours. Everything built for those who are on to bigger things.
Hey, how many pull-ups can you do?
I don't know, like 25, bro? How many one-hand pull-ups can you do?
At least 20. What about no-handed pull-ups?
Nice.
Join Crunch Fitness now.
Get ready for Diamond Rio. Grammy Award winners and 6-time Vocal Group of the Year. The hit-making harmony of Diamond Rio. August 15th, Gusto Grandstand, Erie County Fair. Here comes Diamond Rio. Free with paid gate admission to the Erie County Fair. Don't miss Diamond Rio.
Welcome back to Fair Day Live.
Well, if you're like me, you love the rides at the fair. And to take you a little bit behind the scenes, those rides and most of the attractions are presented by the Strates family with the Strates Show. It's a partnership with the Erie County Fair that is almost a century old. And here to tell us more about the Strates Shows, the rides here at the fair, and this incredible legacy is Jim Strates. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. So the Strates Show, when we say that, when you guys are bringing that, what does that mean? Like, what are you bringing?
Well, Strates Shows, it was started by my grandfather, and a lot of the carnivals are named shows. Their beginnings were really not a carnival. Like, for instance, my Strates Shows began as a wrestling show that traveled in the southern tier of New York and the northern portion of Pennsylvania, and the wrestling show grew into athletic shows, and it grew into animal shows, and it grew into girl shows back when burlesque was popular. And so the name Strates Shows, while it now is the name of a carnival, it didn't used to be a carnival. It was a conglomerate of shows. And so over the times, as what's politically popular and legislation would dictate, some of those things die off, and it transitioned long ago into a carnival. and so it retains the name. And it's here at the Erie County Fair. It's the longest contract in the history of carnivals, as far as I know, certainly in the United States. And it was the first fair that my grandfather signed back when the show was transitioned from Southern Tier shows to James E. Strates Shows, and that happened when the other wrestlers, and it wasn't a wrestling show like on TV. They were actually wrestling for money at that time. They were getting a little bit tired. Their bodies were getting tired, and we put one too many animals. The straw that broke the camel's back was when the giraffe stuck its head in the lion's cage. The lion killed it, and all the tired wrestlers decided that was it, and they were going back home. Nice. And at that point in time, my grandfather bought out their interest, and it transitioned from a bunch of wrestlers doing wrestling shows primarily into what was kind of the sideline at that time, which was the carnival.
And now we're here, and one of the coolest traditions that I think, and it's probably, I believe, we're one of the only fairs that honors this tradition, is when you guys bring in all the equipment on the train. And I think we're 95 years into doing that, bringing the equipment on the train?
Well, we are the only railroad show left in America. As you know, unfortunately, Ringling basically packed it in about 4 or 5 years ago. And this leaves only Strates Shows, which is the only railroad carnival for quite some time, maybe in the world. I know in the United States we're the only railroad show. And so we've been coming here by rail for years and years. And this is, I think my grandfather, when he signed his first contract, it was in 1923 at the Erie County Fair, and I believe they played it in 24, which makes this the 95th year. And as a result of that, to do something that was a little bit nostalgic to celebrate the 95th, we brought in the Sky Wheel this year, which is the double Ferris wheel, which is a favorite for decades and decades, but is not very prominent in today's midways. It's an older ride, and we've got 2 other wheels that are beautifully lit, but the Sky Wheels are getting hard to find because they quit manufacturing them some time ago. And this one was freshly rebuilt down in North Carolina. Matter of fact, this is the first event that it's played. So it's here playing to kind of commemorate the 95th anniversary here. And
at night, when everything's lit up, I mean, if you go, I mean, you're obviously, some of you are on the Erie County's Facebook page right now. Some of the pictures, I mean, it takes the carnival scene to another level with that Sky Wheel. It's so amazing.
It really is a beautiful
So
ride.
excited that you guys brought this out. So this is a generational, I mean, talk about following in your family's footsteps. Did you ever feel pressured to take over the business, or is it just something that's in your blood?
No, as a matter of fact, there really wasn't any pressure. I kind of felt like it was what I was going to do, and I got out of, went to school, completed my degree at college, and went in the military for 7.5 years, and I could have made it a career, but I always had the feeling that I was coming into the family business. And so when my tour was over, I basically joined the family business, which I expected to. And there's 5 in my generation. I've got 2 brothers and 2 sisters, but we all have been in the business for some period of time. But then my sister stepped out, and she was a soccer mom, and now all the kids have left and gone to college. So my kids, for instance, I have 3 children, and one of them is in the business, and the other 2 are out pursuing other careers, an engineer and in the athletic business.
So they probably, like you, grew up around the fair, going on the road. Do you have any fun stories from when you were a kid?
Oh, we have a ton of fun stories
that you can share. Like, I mean, I can imagine. No, he can't share any of them.
No, it would almost be silly. We could write a book, but when I was a kid, we had a lot of animals. We had 6 elephants, we had 2 lions, and that story was eventually there was 1 less giraffe. But we had hyenas, and in one year we were in Pennsylvania, and it was really terribly hot, and we had a hippopotamus named George. And as kids, we had a great time because we would take oranges and we'd hold the orange up, and George would open his mouth up, and they've got a really big mouth, and we would throw the oranges into George's mouth, and he loved to eat oranges. So we had a great time, but he was basically an animal that was on display. You can't interact too much with hippopotamuses, and they're hard to handle. But it got really hot, and they sense water. And George, there's such big animals that you can't really hold them in if they want to get going somewhere. George broke down his stockade and ran to a little pond that was about 1/4 mile away down the hill and through the woods from this old Pennsylvania lot that we were playing. And George went into the water, and it was so hot that George didn't come out of the water. And he stayed there for about 4 or 5 days, which prevented the show from moving to its next location. And we actually opened up late at the next location because we had to wait for George to come out of the water.
I can't even, and that's why we don't have animals anymore, because you can't control George the hippopotamus.
That's it.
Do you have a favorite ride that you take on the road?
Oh gosh, you know, they're all really great. I think I like the top spin, which we had for years, but it was a huge ride. It was really meant more for a park, but that was kind of one of my favorites because it had smoke and lights and, you know, all the special effects, really great sound systems that flip you upside down. But I would say, you know, the by far the most popular ride here at the Erie County Fair is the giant wheel, because it has appeal for all ages. You can take a 2-year-old on it up to someone that's 95 years old, and they can enjoy it. And it kind of gets you up there, and you can see the lake from here, so it has kind of wide appeal. And it's, you know, I guess the figures do the speaking in terms of what's popular in the. It's funny because the oldest rides, or the oldest types of rides, which are the carousels and the Ferris wheels and the carousels, are still the most popular designs.
I love it. Well, I just want to, we're going to head out. I just want to congratulate you. You had a record-breaking day last Saturday. They set a record for the fair. So congratulations for that. And thank you so much for being on the show. We have more coming back with Fair Day Live.
Fair Day Live continues after this.
The Australian Pink Floyd Show. All That You Love 2019 World Tour. Featuring classics from metal, The Dark Side of the Moon, and more. The Australian Pink Floyd Show. Friday, August 16th, Gusto Grandstand, Erie County Fair. The Times calls them the gold standard. The Australian Pink Floyd Show. Get tickets now at tickets.com, in person at the fairgrounds main office, and by phone.
Hey, how many pull-ups can you do?
I don't know, like 25, bro? How many one-hand pull-ups can you do?
At least 20. What about no-handed pull-ups?
Nice.
Join Crunch Fitness now.
Every last detail considered, improved. One stitch, one load, one breakthrough at a time. Everything that matters, made better. You know them by their work. They know us by ours. Everything built for those who are on to bigger things.
When it comes to grad school, it's easy to make excuses. Fortunately, at Medaille College, we've removed the excuses. With flexible class schedules, it's never been more convenient to earn your master's degree on your own terms. Whether an MBA, organizational leadership, or master's in accounting, the excuses are gone. It's time to get to work. Medaille College.
Welcome back to Fair Day Live.
Well, one of the most popular shows on television right now is Cupcake Wars, so we're going to bring that to the Erie County Fair. And you want to check out the Creative Arts Building because a lot actually happens in there, including cupcake judging. And from that, we have Cami and Paula. Thank you so much for coming on Fair Day Live.
Of course.
And thank you for bringing food for me to eat.
Yes.
Let's start. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what goes on in the Creative Arts Building?
Paula. So, in the Creative Arts Building, we bring in entries of all kinds. From antiques and collectibles to quilts and photographs, fine arts, paintings. We give out buckets of junk to some of our exhibitors.
Buckets of junk? Okay.
Junk, otherwise known as junk. Empty cans, softballs, cups, mugs, whatever you're throwing out. And we send them home with exhibitors, tell them to make a creation out of it and bring it back. So we do 10 of them for adults and 10 of them for juniors. So we literally compete in everything in the Creative Arts Building.
So this is like when you think traditional fair, like grandma takes her pie to the fair to see if she can get the blue ribbon. That's kind of what's going on.
Absolutely.
And so really you can see anything in that building. So definitely worth obviously stopping by and checking out. All right, so we've got some cupcakes here. Did you already award the prizes, or do I still have time to enter?
No, so you can decorate a cupcake right now as we speak. So as Paula was saying, traditional competitive exhibits, people work on a project at home for weeks, months, years, and then enter it in the fair. This is what we call an on-the-spot challenge.
So they get weeks, I get 2 minutes.
You get 2 minutes. So you can come to the kitchen today at 2. Sign up during the day. We have limited spots left. But this is an on-the-spot challenge, so grab a cupcake.
Okay.
And we are just challenging your skills literally on the spot.
Oh, wow, just alone. All right, okay. So I see that...
we provide anything that you might need to decorate your cupcake today, so you don't need to bring any supplies with you, just your talents and
Now, I probably would have used colored frosting, but that's okay. You wouldn't have known that, so they're setting me up for a failure, but that's okay. All right, so... anybody can come in and decorate a cupcake?
Absolutely, yep. We have limited spots, so the sign-up sheet is in the kitchen. If you're at the fair today, sign up and then be back with us here at 2.
I don't even think I need to put anything on this because I think
That's a good swirl.
This is perfection. I don't even think we need to go on. We will go on, but yeah, hand me all. I'm so good that I win first, second, and third. Okay, so when people come in, what other food is being judged?
We're doing pie baking championship today.
Okay.
So starting at 11:30, we have 17 pies pre-entered. Our exhibitors will bring their made pies to the cook's kitchen.
Okay.
And we have judges, a panel of judges set up. They will judge all 17 pies. And at the end, we're going to award a winner. We have a double crust recipe, which would be a crust on the bottom and a crust on the top. There's a class for that. Single crust would be a crust on the bottom and then open top, cherry or whatever like that. We also have a heritage recipe. Nice job.
Keep going.
Heritage recipe pie competition class. So it would be, my grandmother or my great-grandmother passed down a recipe to me, and here's the story about it. We always used to make this at Thanksgiving. So with the heritage recipe class, they're to bring a written up story about that recipe and say what that recipe means to them.
I love that. Yes. I think cooking is such a fun thing that you can do with your family. And when you go back and you find the recipes that your grandmother and your great-grandmother made, I mean, it's something special. It gets a little, you get a little emotional.
Yep.
And you see how things used to be, back before you could go to the store and buy coleslaw. So that's really great. That's a lot of fun. Yep. And it really just ties back to what the Erie County Fair is all about, and that's family and tradition. And I really like that. Okay, things went downhill. I blame the equipment. I don't blame myself once, because I'm a genius. So here's what I ended up with, and I think I took myself down a few notches. But really what's important is I went for the Bills colors because go Bills, right? So that's kind of what I'm... So I probably, I lost that one, but that's okay. So has there been a standout? Has there been a standout one?
Last year we had 2 friends enter together, and they went for a Sesame Street theme. They had a Cookie Monster and an Elmo, and they went for the googly eyes, and they won.
Was I supposed to eat this?
Yes. Yes. That is imperative to the competition.
Okay, I didn't know.
We'll put
this is actually, this is part of my entry.
Okay.
Did people get to take it with them?
Absolutely.
Okay, so of course. There's not like 1,700 stale cupcakes over in the Creative Arts building that we're judging. All right, now I should probably do a chocolate one, right?
Sure. Absolutely, because that's totally
all right. So when is the Creative Arts building open the entire time?
Yep.
That the fair's open?
Yep, 10 to 10.
And then you can come in. I'm making a mess.
I think there's paper towel.
That's all right. Okay.
No, we like fingers.
No, that's all right. Yeah, I just licked my hands, and then I'll go ahead and touch all these cupcakes and ruin it for everybody. All right, well, thank you so much, Cami and Paula from the Creative Arts Building. Make sure you stop by and check it out. Everything from grandma's pies to cupcakes to buckets of junk into masterpieces. You can check that out. I'm going to keep creating a cupcake. When we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. It's Fair Day Live.
Nice.
Good job.
Fair Day Live continues after this.
Lakeshore Savings has been there for generations of Western New Yorkers. So it's our goal to make sure each new generation has the financial tools they need to thrive. From making your first deposit to financing your first business, we'll guide you with the right support. We know that achieving your financial goals requires personal attention, which is why we'll always put your needs first.
Open a new LS Plus checking account and enjoy great rewards with Bazing, free for 12 months.
And as new generations are born, Lakeshore Savings will be here to greet them.
Every last detail considered, improved. One stitch, one load, one breakthrough at a time. Everything that matters, made better. You know them by their work. They know us by ours. Everything built for those who are on to bigger things.
Hey, how many pull-ups can you do?
I don't know, like 25, bro? How many one-hand pull-ups can you do?
At least 20. What about no-handed pull-ups?
Nice.
Join Crunch Fitness now.
Get ready for Diamond Rio. Grammy Award winners and 6-time Vocal Group of the Year. The hit-making harmony of Diamond Rio. August 15th, Gusto Grandstand, Erie County Fair. Here comes Diamond Rio. Free with paid gate admission to the Erie County Fair. Don't miss Diamond Rio.
Welcome back to Fair Day Live.
We're still making cupcakes, which is one of the things that you can do if you come to the fair today. Here's what else is going on for your Thursday. It's Channel 4 Day, which means admission is just $5 all day long. The iHub STEM Career Day. If you go in and complete the STEM Day Challenge, you can enter for a chance to win an iPad today. That happens from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the iHub tent. The Pie Baking Championship judging happens today at noon in the Erie County Fair Cooks Kitchen and Shop. That's where we are right now. The heavyweight horse pool, that happens at 5 p.m. tonight in the Horse Show Arena. And the free concert tonight, Diamond Rio, 8 p.m. in the Gusto Grandstand. Harmony is like no other. You're going to love that show. All right. We're back. We've got Cami, we've got Paula. They're trying to show me up. One of the things that you can do if you visit the Creative Arts Building is you can make some cupcakes, and that's what we were doing today. We had my disaster, that's fine. But what did you make?
I made a blue rosette, and I like to show off the resemblance of how well.
A blue rosette, not a blue ribbon?
A blue rosette.
A blue rosette. We're getting fancy. What did you make?
Well, with fair theme, and then we were talking to Strates earlier, so I went with Ferris wheel.
That's not fair. They've been practicing.
We are fair through and through here.
I mean, all right. I'm gonna. Let's see.
It's the equipment.
It is the equipment. You guys did not give me the good equipment. All right, so make sure you join us tomorrow for Fair Day Live if we can get a close-up on WBBZ. See, look at that. Or the Erie County Fair's Facebook page. And thank you so much for joining us. And we'll see you tomorrow right here live from the Erie County Cooks Kitchen and Shop. It's Fair Day Live.
Liz Mantell appears through the courtesy of Medaille College in Buffalo.
The preceding presentation was produced by WBBZ-TV in partnership with the Erie County Fair, who paid a production fee for the program with sponsor support.